Welcome to the No More Black Tears podcast. After a filled summer, we got a lot of shit that happened, went on. We are back to our regular schedule. And in the building with me, I got.
Yo, it's Berteezy.
It's your boy OJ the Juice Man, 706 Stunner.
Mr. DJ Rose.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. Way by the water, down by the water in Bama, Birmingham, Alabama. I know everybody's seen it on what used to be Twitter, X. We seen it on X. We seen it on Instagram. We seen it on TikTok, and we seen it on the news. Some white folks was getting that ass busted for good reason. But yeah, everybody seen the brawl, man. What's your thoughts on the brawl, man? Anybody? First dibs. Who wants to
Man,
go?
I loved it. I loved it. It showed brotherly love. You know, that we need more of that. When you see injustice, hey, we need more of that, man. I loved it, bro. Every bit of it.
Yeah, man, I know I was talking to MGH early in the week after the brawl, and to echo what you said, Juice Man, I said the same thing, man. We as black people, man, we got to stop just standing by, watching stuff happen to our own brothers and sisters, and just recording and understanding that we have rights ourselves. When we see injustice, like, I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Like, when the security, my bad, he's a captain. He's not a security officer. He's the captain of that area. When he had the fitted hat and threw it and flipped it in the air
About a week ago.
It was like the call. It was like Batman, Wakanda shit.
It was like, man, Wakanda forever. The
Avengers assembled.
the back signal came out, and you just saw like 200 black people said we need to assemble,
It wasn't that man.
and they came. And let me tell you, man, it's crazy because you had white people just thinking, okay, we just going to beat this black dude up because he telling them, hey, move the boat. The boat don't need to be here. Apparently, those same white people, from the reports of the police officers in the area, they be in that area all the time, always causing some type of mischief, always, doing something that's wrong. And the police officers have begged the boating companies and yacht companies not to press charges on them previous times. So it finally boils to a point where these privileged white people feel like, hey, man, we ain't got to listen to what this man is telling us. And one dude just came out of nowhere and just looked like he had a running head start and clocked them. Then everyone else starts jumping. See, that's the issue is people at that party didn't even say, hey, yo, calm down, man. Nah, they just decided just to beat that man up. It's like 5-6. The woman got involved. And there was one brother that came to the rescue. He jumped in the water, swam, picked himself up. And for whoever, if you've ever picked yourself off of a dock after swimming, that takes a lot of energy. And then got involved in the fight. People got mad the fact that the white woman got hit with the chair. But hey, man, like I heard Will Smith said in Men in Black, man, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Had she stayed in her place and let the men do all the duking, there would have been no need to hit her like with a chair like this was WWE.
That's right. We all seen trying to stomp a black dude out when he was on the back.
You saw WWE. Triple H and pedigree Stephanie McMahon, that's his wife, bro. So hey, man, you get in that ring, you ready to swing with the big boys, So I just want to say, man, hey, that black unity, that was something, man, we ain't seen in a long time, man. That was like some Black Panther stuff, man. Some stuff where it's like, man, we need to protect our own people. We need to protect our own people. I wasn't even talking about that Black Panther. I was talking about the other Black Panther, the movement. And we need to get back to that as black people. I'm not saying that we need to...
No justice, no peace.
We need to start violence, but we need to get back to a mentality of we just ain't punching bags. And to all the white people that saw the video, there was a lot of y'all that supported everything that happened and was like... And I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of crazy to me, man. I was telling MGH, a lot of white people that I saw supporting the video and caping up for the black people was a lot of redneck country white people. And a lot of the white people that was condemning the black people was them preppy... polo shirt wearing, open toe shoes, having white people saying, nah, that's wrong. Man, hey, where was the white people in Montgomery that needed to jump in and help that black man, bro? That's what we really need, man. We need y'all to get in there too, man. If y'all see y'all own people doing wrong, bro, hey man, slap that white person side of the head and be like, hey man, you ain't finna do this today. We need that too.
Yeah, man. Hey, so I'm gonna start off by saying like this. I don't want to hear anybody say some shit like, we're not our ancestors, we're not this, we're that. Come to find out, let me give you a little mini history lesson. There's always been riots and rebellions all throughout history. That's just the shit you're not learning in school. So don't cut all that bullshit out about we're not our ancestors, we're not having it anymore. We've always fought. Always been a thing. There's just one instance where it made a popular scene on, memes on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, we need that more unity. If you see somebody doing wrong, it's like, hey man, cape up for them. So we can do that physically. We've seen we can do that physically. Let's start doing that politically and economically. Let's start doing more of that. But yeah, it's funny shit, man. You seen like they'll open up portals, and you seen niggas with niggas going Super Saiyan, throwing a hat up, all these memes. But then like the lady that got hit in the head with the chair, she was a bystander supposedly. So I mean, hey, you just happen to be in.
No, you see her stumping the dude out.
She was no bystander,
okay. Oh, she deserved what she got.
She was one. She was stumped. She was the white one stumping the black dude out.
So she basically deserved what she got. But then it's like this man swam across the water. Then you seen the boat docked. Niggas got off the boat and said, "Let's go." Then there was an officer. There was an old black sergeant. He sat there, smiled, and they said, "Oh, I probably need to grab one of these people." He sat there, sat back, and just looked around and smiled. So it was like, when we see that, man, it was good, man. It's really time to, like, we need to have more unity. That's definitely a thing. Is like, besides, like, we don't want to make it a us versus them thing, but that's how it comes down to it. It's just like, and even a lot of white people, it's like,
hey, see, it is us versus them, man. It's right versus wrong.
And that's the end of the day. You're like, those people were wrong. So it is what it is at the end of the day, man.
Like, at the end of the day, man, you can cape for your people all you want, bro. We all got family members. We all got friends. And this is kind of the issue with the white community, man. Like, you have friends and family members that you know is dead wrong, that you know have racist tendencies, and that are closeted bigots. But you try to defend them because you love them. Man, that's understandable to an extent. But at some point in time, you got to understand, man, I can't defend the bullshit. I gotta speak out against what's wrong, because we can't just keep having situations like Birmingham happen, because it's getting to a point in this country in 2023. Like I said earlier, black people are tired of being the punching bags. Black people are tired of seeing situations where black people are being harassed, physically attacked, verbally assaulted,
economically discriminated
against, but just trying to exist, but just trying to be black. And let me tell you something, man. This was the South. With Elf. This was the South. So the fact that you had all these African Americans in one spot, ready to go toe to toe, man, that should let you know something right there, man. So for all the white people that saw the video, and if you felt like something was wrong with the video, my question to you is this: why did 5 grown people think it was okay to jump a man trying to do his job?
I think it was more than 5, bro.
He actually had the authority to do his job. He's, a guard of the dock. So it's like move your fucking boat. So it's a big ass steamboat. Move your fucking boat. It's the rules of the dock.
Like, before you try to argue about 50 black people jumping to 5 people, before you try to argue about the woman getting with the chair, ask yourself, why did these 5 white people think it was okay to even do that? And that's some of the stuff that bothers the black community, because don't get it twisted. You see ignorant stuff in the black community.
White entitlement.
But, like, the fact, you don't see black people just thinking shit is okay. And on top of that, you damn sure don't see us as a community okaying a lot of ignorant shit. Like, yeah, when we see black people getting in fights at Popeyes and Wendy's and Waffle House stuff, we laugh, we joke, but we say to ourselves, yeah, that's some ignorant ass shit, bro.
It's a black eye.
That's but it's too many of you white people, respectfully, that would see shit like this incident
and then justify it.
And then try to justify it. It's okay to laugh at it, but at the end of the day, understand that the shit's wrong, bro. Don't try to sit there and be like, oh, well, they ain't need to have that many people. Oh, I saw a grown man hit a grown woman with a chair, or, why that man tried to take the boat. Like, man, hey, the shit was wrong, man. Stop trying to justify shit that's wrong, and that's the problem.
And you're gonna keep seeing it. It's just gonna be one of those things like it's gonna come up for the next 4 years and be like, hey, remember that time? So hey, we gonna go ahead and move on. Anybody got anything else to say about it?
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, keep the unity though, man. Black
Amen.
power, black power.
And moving on to TNT.
Boom, let me get that dynamite. Man, we got Kai Cent, man, causing a riot in Times Square, New York City, bro. Anytime you have that type of following, you know a lot of shit's gonna pop up. You just got that type. You got the TikTok fame, the Instagram fame. You on YouTube. You on every platform, bro. You should have known some type of, it's and you got the hype beast crowd. You got the Jordan heads, sneaker heads, video game heads. You got all these different people from everywhere. So it's like, oh, I'm giving away free Jordans or PS5. You know it's gonna be a riot. Come on.
But no, you don't know it's gonna be right, and it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
It's not, but at the same time, as an organizer, you got to take some type of responsibility. That's why they are trying to charge him now. Do I feel like he should do time? Not really, but
Hey, see,
Did anybody die?
no, but it's just like Travis Scott concert,
They died.
hey, see, I'm gonna say this. MGH said it best to me, man. Mr. Beast would never, because he would have had permits and shit. I would have had security and stuff.
You talking about billionaire Mr. Beast?
Yeah, right, Mr. Beast.
Nah, fuck all that.
Probably would have had shit organized. And I'm gonna say this: I don't really watch Mr. Beast videos, but that's intriguing that he did say that, man. Like when you do a function like that, and you know you're giving away something free, especially when you got impoverished people involved, who the PS5 is expensive.
New York, I don't understand how he was able to do it without a permit.
It's like, and that's crazy. Look, we talking about Times Square, downtown. It's crazy out there. It's a lot of people.
Something like that, man. Yeah, you gotta organize, man. I'm gonna say this. I got tears for the people who got hurt. I got tears for K-Cent, because the last year apparently he didn't have a lot of stuff going on, from the rape accusations to this situation.
That's a whole lot of shit.
He seemed like a young brother trying to do good in the community. He was trying to give away some PS5s and some other stuff, man. That's more than a lot of other people doing in the community. But with all that being said, man, hey, man, you could do the right thing the wrong way.
Hey, it's going to be a good soundbite, when they say the news stories. If he ever drop an album or a mixtape or something, they can clip that up and say, like, today there was a riot in downtown. Kai Cent had a riot. So, hey, no tears for the situation. Just be more organized, man. Speaking of TikTok and Instagram fame, let's talk about Lil Tay. Lil Tay is a little Asian girl that got big for, the TikTok, Instagram thing. She's a little talking about, a little Asian girl talking about, hey, y'all broke. Y'all ain't got no money, flashing cash, Basically, there was a lot of allegations against her family saying they were using her for money and, just exploiting her. Basically came up that supposedly you said on her Instagram page she died. She passed away. There was no further news about her. And then, like, days later, she pops up and says, oh, I'm alive. I'm good. So, no tears for the situation. You got to be more careful what you say and what you do. But that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, man. This is a crazy situation, man, because people saying someone died, apparently it came from Instagram page. Then, Lil Tay had to come out and dispute the report saying that, no, I'm well alive. First thing, man, we as a people have to stop being so quick to say these people passed away. I remember a couple of years get on Twitter and every week somebody died. I remember Kenan Thompson from Kenan and Kel and all that. People said he passed away.
Remember it was Bill Cosby one time.
Yeah.
Then even quick.
Look,
real quick. Let's talk about Jamie Foxx. There was that whole situation.
Yeah. So we got to get to a point where we stop being so quick to say these people have passed away, man. They got families. You got fans of these people, man. Secondly, man, hey, man, I hope this was just a mistake. I hope this wasn't no, her team, herself was behind this whole thing, trying to create publicity and get PR for her and views and stuff like that. Because, you ain't supposed to use death that way.
That Snapchat money was probably slowing up. So, I ain't seen her in a minute. So, that might be one factor for it.
But yeah, man, I got tears for the situation because it's just all discombobulated and it's a crazy situation.
Juice Man, you got anything?
Not much. It's just wild. Like I said, I seen she died for like a week. She did, and then like you said, next week I see videos of back on stage. I'm like, these must be reruns because she's dead, right?
Yeah.
But then come to find out, like I just found out today when y'all just told me that she's actually alive and well. I'm like, come on, man, it's too much.
Shit was crazy. Hey, but speaking of that, man, it's just like to me, like another note is, man, let kids be kids, man. Like this whole TikTok fame and Instagram, it started with Vine, Vine and all these other quick form Snapchat. Let kids be kids, man. They shouldn't be having to deal with this shit. But speaking of just, coming off of Kai's scent, just speaking of famous people doing time, man. Tory Lanez, man. Hey, free Tory, man. Really why they locking him up is because this man was doing the independent thing with the mixtapes, giving away the tapes for free, getting streams. That's really why they want to lock him up. And also, you got the feminists coming at him, trying to come at him at a certain way. But man, tears for Tory, free Tory, man.
Yeah, man. I don't really have no tears for the situation, man. If you've been listening to podcasts, you've heard my views on it, man. And man, I felt like the whole situation was some bull. Like Meg shouldn't have did what she did, and ain't no reason why she should have went to the police, got a man locked up. But the reason why I don't have no tears, man, Tory, man, why you wilding like this, man?
He didn't do it.
Speaking of, he got priors too, so that's
but he didn't.
That's the fact. The biggest fact is he had priors.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about he had other stuff going on prior to this situation.
Yeah, he had priors.
That me and MJ was talking about, and he was educating me.
And you ain't even an American citizen.
And
Stop
also
doing that shit.
And also, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. I am a big component. I am against celebrities owning firearms, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you get to some point where you have a certain amount of money, you don't need to own a gun, man. You can hire security that's armed with you. Floyd Mayweather is, in my opinion, if not the greatest fighter of all time, but the second behind Ali. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. Even Floyd Mayweather has a security team. This is a man that can knock out a 400-pound man now. You can say all you want about, he don't hit hard. I promise you, if he hits you, you're going to fall down. And he has a security team. You know why? Because his hands is worth money. So if you are worth millions of dollars, why are you carrying around a gun that's $1,000 to $500 when you can just say, fuck it. I can spend money by hiring some professionals that can be my security team that's licensed to carry, especially for some of these people who got priors. So someone like T.I. 10 years ago, when you know you can't even carry a gun, hire people that can legally carry and can pop that gun for you and keep you safe. So, Toy, why even put yourself in this situation, man? You shouldn't even have the gun in the first place.
This is the thing. It ain't about him having the gun. This was going on. Y'all don't understand. He didn't shoot the gun.
And
it was Megan Thee Stallion's best friend that shot her.
Exactly. There's that whole speculation about what happened. It's like they said, Tory didn't shoot the gun, so why is he getting locked up?
Because he was fucking the friend and Megan. And the friend shot her. But Tory, you set that up.
And then when you get in certain circles.
When you a celebrity, something pop off, guess what? You the one to blame.
It's like when you get in that Kardashian and this circle and that circle.
Say, a riot happened. Mm-hmm. Who's getting blamed? The big celebrity. Head, the person with the money. It's not about if he did or not, because we know he didn't do it. We know he didn't do it. But yet at the same time, you told that girl you was fucking as Megan's best friend that didn't have much money as her to shoot her in the foot.
So basically, like, he's being made an example of.
Yeah. Who? Everybody. Okay. Happened to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? P. Diddy. Happened to Diddy. It happens to 50 Cent.
That's a whole that Diddy story. I feel some type of way. That's a whole different story.
It doesn't matter. Like you said, when you get to a certain amount of money, okay, when your security guard shoots somebody, guess what? You shot him.
It's like they can sue you for damages.
Exactly. They can sue you, but they can't lock you up though.
It's the way the American court system is. I don't know.
It's a difference between them just suing you for some money and locking you up, man.
Shit. If I'm only worth 10 and somebody take 1, that's 10%. Hey, that's 10%.
It ain't more than the record label taking off. I mean,
Yeah, they done took 100, so I got 10% of that.
They didn't took a whole lot of that.
Shit, yeah.
Man, my bottom line is, man, the 10-second rule, man. Pause for 10 seconds and think about the shit. And if you still want to do it, fuck it. Go ahead and do it. But 9 out of 10 times, bro, after you pause for 10 seconds, 10 Mississippi, and think about it, you're going to realize it's too much I got on the line to risk this bullshit.
Just go ahead and do the 10 Mississippi, Kentucky, and Arkansas. Do all that. Do all them states. Speaking of states and senators and people getting in trouble, we're talking about Deanne Goldman Berman Feinstein, or basically Deanne Feinstein. This woman was born in 1933. She is still actively sitting on Congress.
Yeah.
When in the hospital, her daughter legally has the power of attorney over her. Why is she still active in Congress?
Because she's not dead yet. That's the way it works. That's the law. That's the rule.
So you are in Congress. So once you make Congress, you're in Congress for life.
Correct.
For life.
Correct.
That ain't what the Constitution says.
Until she steps down or she dies, yeah.
Right. She almost died 2 weeks ago.
But she dead.
She ain't dead.
But did she die? What my homeboy say? You know, but did you die?
She might as well be.
But did you die?
Look, the next step is gonna be, she's on life support, but they still want her to vote on this bill.
But did she die?
She gonna be on life support.
Yeah,
hey, blink twice. Blink twice if yes. Blink once if no.
Correct. But did she die? That's how that should work.
It just speaks to the bigger question of like Congress, though. It's just like, why is all these older people running the government when it's, our generation, 30, 40s and below are really the ones that should be making the decisions, because we're the ones, basically the bullshit that passed from them is being passed on to us. So it's every generation. So whatever issues you see draws from the previous generation, the baby boomers and the Gen X. It's just, the shit rolls downhill. That's just how it is. So it's like, Bert.
Yeah, man, personally, man, I don't want to put an age limit on Congress, because at the same time, I don't want somebody who's 23, 25 years old to not have a chance to sit on Congress and people say they're too young. But I will say this, though. When your competency level comes into question, you probably shouldn't be at that seat no more. The fact that she doesn't have the power of her own attorney, she probably shouldn't be making legislation and passing bills that affect the nation as a whole. Because you have people who their lives be dictated by things that people in Congress write down, whether it's minimum wage, drinking laws, driving laws, what you can carry, minimum sentencing, all this kind of stuff. It's a lot of laws and legislation that they pass. And we need to know that people in office are competent people that can do the job. But at the same time, man, I'm gonna tell you why I got tears. This goes to something I always tell NGH and me and C's talk about. And this why I gotta get out and vote, man. And this why you gotta be a competent voter, man. Because if you in that lady's area and you know all this stuff going on, why in the hell did you re-elect that old lady?
She should be passing a baton, basically.
Nah. But
I think what she
but
said,
if people are electing her,
they didn't elect her. I think what y'all talking about is where we at right now. The president elects her, and she's there for life. Once the president elected her, she's there for life, right? She's not getting voted in no more.
Nah, she's Congress, man. So Congress, Senate and the House, you still get voted in. But so people have made careers out of being a congressman.
Because a lot of times what happens is the incumbent just keeps getting reelected and reelected because people are comfortable just seeing the same old person in office, even though they don't see no changes in their community. No. They just be like, everything seems fine.
She ain't a judge. Not Supreme Court. She.
Dude, what the hell? Y'all have me talking like life with that.
That's what I'm saying. She ain't come. This is what I'm saying. She basically made Congress 30, 40, 50 years ago. Been in there ever since.
This ain't.
And that's what I was saying, Juice Man, bro. The people in whatever area that she's in charge of, they should have been said, you know what, bro? She's been in office long enough. It's time for us to get some younger people in here. And when I say younger, they don't have to be 25. It could be someone that's 45. But it's just time to get other people in here.
Who's the other Democrat in her area that has been polished up behind her to take her place?
Who gives a damn about polished up? Because polished up means
it don't even mean
laws won't change.
Not even polished up. It's just like when you even this is when accountability comes. Even her as a person, she should say, "All right, I'm getting too old for this shit. I can't do it."
Why?
Why not?
She ain't getting no real bread.
See, we see people at jobs for 50 years. If you could stay at a job, we see people in radio and television, being radio and television until they die.
But I'm saying,
if you get a job where you can sit on your ass,
she's still gonna have congressman benefits when she retires.
Bro, let me tell you,
she's probably gonna die before
let me
she
tell you
gets
what Colin Carter once said. He said his mentor told him, if you get a job where you can sit down and talk, you keep that job forever. And she got a job where she can sit down, write, and talk. Why wouldn't when you keep that job forever? If you could do a job and get paid 100 G's a year, and it's not a hard job, and you've already been doing it for 20 years, and someone come to you and say, hey man, you can do it for another 30, why would you retire?
But I mean, at the same time, it's
she's getting voted in like.
No, what I'm saying is like basically he's saying that she should step down and pass the baton. But what I'm saying is if she
ain't no money.
If she's still getting a check,
she's already got it though. She's already got Secret Service protection. She's already got lifetime you're a congressman. You already got lifetime benefits. You get a house. She's got a house in D.C. somewhere to stay that's being paid for. She's got Secret Service following her around. She's got a whole cabinet behind her, which is probably being ran by her daughter.
She's not really a congressman. She's the president then.
She doesn't.
These congressmen have a whole lot more power than you.
She might not want to retire. My point is, you can't put it on her. You got to put it on the people. Because I'm gonna keep it real. If I'm in a position, man, let me tell you, bro, you want to drag me off this court. Hey, I'm not gonna just give this job back to you.
So you just speaking of American politics, one of the biggest problems. That's all we speaking to, man.
And then, like you say, the power of attorney don't mean shit. My mom had the power of attorney since I was 25. That's something you do. Okay, if
doesn't
I die,
doesn't it expire after a certain amount of time?
I think the ones I do is every 5 years. So I gotta do it every 5 years. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, boom, if anything happened to me, this is what I need to be done. You see what I'm saying? So power of attorney really don't mean nothing to me when I hear it like that.
Yeah, it just speaks to the problems. It's like people are gotten too comfortable in Congress, made it careers, not passing the baton. She's incompetent. She's in the hospital every week, 6 months. She probably ain't gonna get out of there until she dies.
Okay, so, but like I said, I thought y'all was talking about a judge or something.
Nah, I'm talking about Congress. But speaking,
so they gotta vote out. That's all it is. If y'all don't want her in there, vote her out.
Vote her out, man. Her time's up, man.
Time's up. Vote her out. Let it retire.
Speaking of time, man, we had actor Adam Devine, man, basically said Marvel and their superhero movies ruin comedies.
Bullshit.
So with that being said, I said, me and Vertizi were talking about it earlier. I said, basically, when the last time you seen a comedy movie actually drop, though? I haven't seen any.
Kevin Hart's was funny. He said, an
actual movie, though. Not a special, a movie. Yeah. A comedy movie. Not an action comedy mashup, but an actual comedy movie. I haven't seen
something like 40-Year-Old Virgin or The Hangover.
Or The Hangover. Yeah, they don't make them anymore.
They do make them.
They're definitely not getting promotion like that.
You gotta look at it like from the studio company's perspective. If I spend and Juice Man, he knows about economics and money. If I put $200 million into a film, and I got another film that I only put $10 million into, my promotion will go where? It's gonna go to the $200 million movie I put into. So of course they're gonna promote these Marvel movies because you already put $200 million in it. But if you got a comedy that I don't only put $10 million into it, I'm not finna go and say I'm finna promote this shit like it's worth $200 million. I wanted to do good, but guess what? I need that $200 movie. I need that shit not to do good. I need that shit to do
Why
great.
not just release it then? Why not just release the comedy? They're not making comedies.
They're not making any movies.
They are making comedies. These comedies are getting dropped on Hulu, are getting dropped on Netflix, are getting dropped on Prime, are getting dropped on Apple, are getting dropped on Peacock.
And I'm watching.
John Cena and what's the black dude, man? Lil Rel. John Cena and Lil Rel. They finna make a part 2 to that movie. What's that movie they dropped last year?
But isn't that a comedy action mashup again?
I don't know if the first one was action, but I'm just saying they finna make a part 2.
I'm gonna watch it.
But that's just
Adam Sandler. Hey, bro, if you get on Netflix,
yeah, he
nearly all his shit on Netflix, and Adam Sandler to drop like 20 movies in the last
over
3
200
years.
He got over 200
But
mil.
to me, this is just a continuation of streaming wars. It's like you don't have to go directly to the movie theaters. You can release it on. If I got to deal with Peacock or Netflix, and then you got Independence, you got a whole lot of other
Yo, we got a special guest tonight.
special
What you
guests.
going by? What you going by? LT?
You got LT in the building.
LT
What's
Miami
up, man?
Gardens in the building. 305.
305 NYA.
305.
NYA.
What you gotta say, homie? What's up? Come on, get a seat, man. Holla at the people. Nah, see. You know how you know how to get down.
In the building, man.
Yeah,
Shout out,
man.
shout out to
Opalaka. Y'all know how y'all get down. You get it right.
But see, I'm gonna say this, man. I got tears, and the reason why I got tears is you talking to somebody that love comedies. I love watching movies that make you laugh, man. We hit it earlier. The Hangover, 40-year version. One of my favorites all time, Wedding Crashers, Friday. Like, there's a lot of classic comedy movies that I still watch to this day. Hey, man, we was in the cigar lounge a couple months ago, and we was watching A Low Down Dirty Shame.
Oh, already.
And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you a movie that's like about 40 years old now, and it still made me laugh. I can go on not Peacock, but HBO Max, pull up Harlem Nights, and I still laugh.
Right.
I still laugh to life. Right. So, hey man, I kind of think he had a point, bro. When you invested so much in these Marvel superhero movies,
everybody wants the big blockbuster.
You're not going to invest in the comedies as much. And you were saying, are they making comedies? Yeah, they're making them, but you're not going to really pull out your checkbook and get the best people to be in these movies.
That's why they want the Barbie movie and Marvel and Oppenheimer.
But I'm gonna say this though, C's. The real question is, and LT hinted at it. The real question is this: you talking about comedies being made? When the last time you seen a black comedy? Remember in the 90s and the early 2000s when your TV was
Coming to America too?
Barbershop, Nutty Professor, Coming to America. Like your TV was flooded with these black comedies. When the last time you seen a black comedy?
To be honest with you, that's a conversation for another day. Because we talk about black comedies. What are all the shows from the 90s? Friends, etc. All that came from the Martin show. Martin.
Def Comedy
Living Single.
Russell Simmons.
You know what I'm saying? So we had all that back in the day. So they basically, what it was, a UPN and the CW. Marlon Wayans and Living Color. So you had, it just goes to show. It's just like, you promoting fair comment. It was actually true, but it's like you got this comic. The comic relief is always going to be in the bigger blockbusters, the action comic matches like Kevin Hart's movies. What's the movie with him and Ice Cube? Ride Along, and then 21 and 22
Jump Street,
22 Jump Street, and all this. So I mean, like, man, LT, what you got on this, man?
Yeah, man, I want to jump in too, man. Yeah, I was talking about the Wayne brothers and all that. That was good. Independent black. I like independent black movies and stuff like that because, that's what we need to get back into. We need to get back into that because one of the gurus I'm into with music, he was telling me if they take away BET, if they take away a lot of the black stations that we have now, as far as YouTube and all that stuff, what would we have as exposure as an urban, as a black community? What would we have? You know what I'm saying? Like, it really would be no more black tears. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to talk about that.
Nah, it would be black tears. You know what I'm saying? It would be tears, right?
Yeah, it would be tears, but I'm saying, like, when I speak of black tears, I mean, like, when I say black tears, I don't mean like sometimes when you cry, you necessarily it don't have to be a sad feeling. It could be a good feeling when you cry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why that fits right there, because it's like unity. You feel me?
Yeah. And that's just going to the first topic, man. We had the Birmingham Brawl, man. You seen that, the whole thing at the dock with the swim?
Yeah. I seen that.
So if you got any thoughts on that, man, go ahead, spit on that, man.
My thoughts on the Birmingham. In a sense, it still just show that we as a people, not just black, white, we as people, because you know what I'm saying, that it just showed that we can't have nothing and enjoy life, just enjoy life, period. You know what I mean? Like, we can't come together and enjoy life because it's that situation. I don't know how it came about. So, because I wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? But I just seen the outcome of, you know what I'm saying, two different mixtures just fighting. I be around both mixtures, you know what I'm saying? I work around both mixtures. So my comment on that, you know, I don't really have too much to say on that, but I seen it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so it just says a lot, man. But yeah, we gonna wrap it up on the TNTs, man. We dropped that dynamite. Finally, man, we gotta get to that question we always ask ourselves, man. What's wrong with these hoes? Vert, what's wrong with these hoes, man?
Man, what's wrong with these hoes?
Man, go ahead, Vert, man.
So for those who've been on social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, Mia Khalifa, you know, the famous porn star that was, you know, wearing the hijab, the Muslim, can't go to her home country no more. She was on social media talking about saying she's been married 3 times. And basically each time when she basically was no longer happy, she filed for divorce and got out of her marriage. And she was basically telling women, you no longer have to be stuck in these marriages. When you want to get out of marriage, just, you know, divorce, you know, be happy and do what makes you happy. But don't feel like you gotta be loyal to your husband and all that other stuff. C's, what's wrong with these hoes?
Man, what's wrong with them? I ask my question this probably several times a week, if not daily, man. But yeah, it's like when you have someone in that profession or came from that profession, it's like, why are you taking advice from someone just like Lena the Plug and whoever you want to name? Like a lot of them that are coming from the industry know, like, hey, I'm not gonna speak on X, Y, and Z, but she did, man. It just goes to show you what the modern marriage is. You know, just it's like, oh, if I'm not happy or oh, if he's not doing this, I'm not gonna stay with him. But it's just crazy to have her say that she's been married 3 times. Her last husband, there was big issues with that. People were talking about it. You know, it's just crazy, man. Just to hear her say some shit like that, it's like you should be glad somebody wants to marry you after a career like that because we've seen you in
But
some compromising positions. So it's like, hey,
they using marriage as a business, you know?
yeah, and that's the sad part. It's like marriage is a business. Oh, he's not doing X, Y, Z, or he's not making me happy. It's like happiness comes and goes. It's like when you go in a marriage, you're supposed to make it work or conform. Yeah, the traditional marriage sense is what people like, men and women. Nobody wants to follow the traditional marriage thing, man. But that's all I got to say about that, man.
Yeah, man, I ain't got no problem with people saying marriage is a business. I'm gonna say this though.
What is traditional?
But just in
What
the,
is traditional? What is traditional? That we're gonna look at it. What is traditional to folks? What is traditional marriage? You know?
but just in the business though, you have ebbs and flows. Some years the business is booming, some years the business is down.
Right.
Just because you open a sandwich shop and y'all made $2 million the first year and you only make $500,000 the second year, you're gonna be like, it's time to close up shop. Nah, bruh. You reevaluate everything. You see what's going on,
Right.
and you're gonna say, I gotta put more into it and to make it more successful like I did year one. And marriage should be the same way, man. You should look at your partner and be like, hey man, we need to better ourselves so we can better our relationship. This whole I'm not happy, so I'm a bounce. Let me explain this, man. Happiness is a fleeting emotion. Like everyone has moments they're happy, you have moments you're not happy. You have days you're happy, days you're not happy. You have years you're happy, years you're not happy. So to say that I'm not happy, and that's the reason why I'm gonna leave this marriage, hell, your spouse may not even be the reason why you're not happy. It could be because of your work, it could be because of yourself. Like you have to determine why you are not happy.
It's
But-
always self. It's always self. It's always self because shit. Like somebody told me, you put yourself in that position, you gotta find a way for yourself out of that position. You know?
And also, I would say this with these women, and no disrespect to the women out there, man. Y'all do this more than men. A lot of women would take advice from other women that's not even in the situation to give advice. You will have women who've never been married, giving advice to women who want to get married, and the women who want to get married will take that advice. See, men,
it's not even about marriage.
when you get ready to give me advice, and you telling me, I'm gonna tell you how to make $1 million, homeboy.
Have you
The
made
first
$1
thing
million?
I'm gonna do is, have you made $1 million?
No, but I know how to get it.
Hey, when you make $1 million, hey, Juice Man, when you make $1 million, then you tell me how to make $1 million.
Done it and spent it.
If I wanna learn how to get an old school car and pimp it out or restore a car, I go to Juice Man. If I want to learn how to do this and do that, hey, Juice Man can give me advice. Because 9 times out of 10, most of the stuff that I need to learn or want to learn, Juice Man has done. But I'm not gonna let no motherfucker who ain't never done it try to tell me how to do it. And that's the problem with a lot of women. Y'all let your sisters, your cousins, your friends tell you about a good relationship, tell you about a good man. They ain't never had a good man.
And then worst of
That's
all,
the problem.
celebrity. You letting a celebrity who doesn't live a normal life letting you tell you how to do X, Y, and Z.
They lying. And see, that's the thing. Like I've been noticing a lot that they lying. Okay, the song might say, "Yeah, fucking girl," but what's she doing? She under her nigga. She doing everything. She's very submissive. Whatever that nigga say,
Like Beyonce?
she doing. Beyonce.
Lotto.
What's the other one?
Cardi.
The City Girls.
The City Girls. Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B. It's like these girls lying to y'all saying, "Hey, fucking girl," but what they doing?
What you
Whatever
say?
their man tell them to
What
do.
you say?
What was that video where
JT.
when they was playing the
JT.
song, I don't cook, I don't clean,
And then what?
and Offset basically threw a rag at saying, lying bitch.
Basically, that's how it goes. So it's all a scheme. It's all marketing. You know, like you say, you can make a song about killing a nigga, but you can't make a song about killing a dog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They trying to promote.
Hey,
certain
what
stuff.
about Marlon Wayne? That's Marlon Wayne. Who the oldest brother is?
Oh, Keenan.
Yeah, Keenan put all his brothers and sisters in position.
Yeah. He put everybody on. So, but I mean,
And one of the sisters had a big role in one of the Ice Cube films, Boys in the Hood. Remember that film?
yeah, Boys in the Hood. So it was that.
But like we were saying with the what we talking about
The marriage.
the marriage. How you gonna listen to a person
Who
like you
ain't
say,
married? She been
never
divorced 3 times.
been in or seen
A
healthy
successful
marriage? You can't say nothing. Be quiet.
How many of y'all seen the movie Acrimony, man? The Tyler Perry movie.
Which
ain't
one
seen
that
it.
about?
The
Which
one with Taj P. Henson when she.
Oh yeah.
that movie.
Seen
So basically, in the movie,
Mad black woman.
she lets her sisters basically tell her, "Oh, that man ain't no good." So she get divorced from the man. The man becomes rich or whatever. Then she's sitting at the end of the movie looking at her sisters like, "I shouldn't have listened to y'all stupid ass." And she starts pointing at her sister one by one. The first sister she points at, "Cause your man out here is sleeping with everything that's moving in the city." Then points at the second sister, "And your man got a family in the other town." Then points at the last sister and rolls out and we all know about your man and sitting with that nigga gay. Bruh, so if you know your sisters had some fucked up niggas, why you out here letting them drag you out of your relationship and you ain't, and that's the problem. See, niggas never do that. Niggas ain't gonna be like, "Oh, bruh, I'm gonna let my homeboy talk me into this and he ain't got nothing going on." Nah, bruh. Hey, man, my homeboy can't tell me how to get a good credit score and his credit score 250.
Preach.
Yeah, it just goes back to like celebrities though. It's like, all right, you listening to celebrities, and then like, what type of man is actually gonna marry a porn star or a adult entertainer? Anyway, that speaks a lot of volumes. It's like,
Okay.
She probably made other porn stars, to be honest, because they do that a lot in the industry.
Okay. Yeah. Like, okay.
And
It
Jimmy
takes
G,
a
and you know
lot.
Jimmy G didn't hit that shit probably.
Preach.
Because what he's supposed to do.
man, and wasn't she in a? She was in the
You got all
house.
that money?
She was in the house playing basketball with
I'm in
one
California.
NBA, one of these
Yeah.
NBA players. She was on video.
Yeah.
It was either Jordan Poole or somebody. She was in the house playing basketball with him. I was like, oh, he on that type of time. Okay, I see. You get some money. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get me.
That's
I
why-
used to watch me and
that's why-
Khalifa.
that's-
I'm gonna get me and Khalifa at the house.
That's why Jordan Poole in Washington now.
Oh, Lord. But okay, here we go. That's what I'm saying. Which subject are we on? Are we on what's
Marriage.
this
Still
on?
on the marriage
What's
marriage
wrong
advice.
with these hoes?
Marriage advice from a porn star.
Lord, they don't get me wrong. I can learn from a crackhead.
Hey, listen, check this out.
I can learn from a crackhead. It's not about where you at.
So you went marry a porn star?
Yeah,
Right. So like Sky Black,
Like
Pinky.
my mind, no, my body's gonna tell me, hey, you need to go ahead and light it down. But I've seen what she's done, so it's like, what's really left for me, emotionally, outside of what she did for work? What's left?
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
usually
man.
the reason why
Yes,
they
sir.
So
went to porn.
what can you learn from a crackhead?
Bruh, they have advice. They tell you how not to be a crackhead end up the position they in.
Right.
Okay, there
You
you
can
go.
learn from anybody.
There you go.
I don't hold my nose or toot my nose at anybody, bro.
Right.
There you go.
For real. So on that note, you know what I'm saying? I want to learn from your mistakes. What can I do to make myself better? And I appreciate you giving me that heads up, OG.
What you just said is a brilliant point. Hey, if you see someone and they in a fucked up relationship, don't listen to the advice where they telling you X, Y, and Z. Look at what they doing
Don't
and do the opposite.
Yeah.
Don't
do as I do as I say, nigga.
Yeah.
Or you see what I'm
R.I.P.
doing.
Hutch, R.I.P. Pops, and I'm out. Like yeah, R.I.P. Like don't do as I say. It's either do as I say, right? Like that's real
Speaking
talk.
of do's and don'ts,
Yeah.
ACs, Juice Man, LJ, LT, my bad. Party etiquette.
Oh.
What are some do's and don'ts when you go into a party? See,
Man, I got this. If we tell you bring a bottle or bring X, Y, and Z, bring it. And if we tell you a certain caliber or tier of bottle, bring that tier. It's like, hey, I don't want you pulling up with E&J when I said bring Patron or bring
Top shelf.
bring some Casamigos. You know, you ain't
Top
got to buy the big bottle. Just bring the small bottle.
Top shelf.
Bring what I said. Second of all, if I told you don't bring a certain group of people or certain people you know we don't mess with, don't bring them. Then don't bring a bunch of random people that you know not gonna pay. Hey, we're gonna spend X, Y, Z. We're gonna have this. You gotta have this to get in the door. If we check you at the door, don't feel some type of way because we told you. Third of all, if we ask you to park a certain place, park where the fuck we told you. We trying to help you out. Get out of here. You over here reversing your car backing out. Next thing you know, 3 minutes. Oh, I gotta go. Some shit hop off. Oh, I gotta go to the house. My baby at the house. I gotta go. My man tripping or something. You know, my wife calling me, man. I got to get out of here. It's 3, 4 in the morning. You getting a call. Hey, where you at? Oh, I'm right around the corner. I'll be there in a second. So it's just like, man, regular party etiquette, man. Just follow this, like
Follow what the host asks you to do.
Just do what we do, man.
some of the shit is common sense, bro. If you going to somebody's crib or going to a party, why would you go empty-handed? Bring a bottle. Like if you know there's gonna be some drinking going on, bring a bottle. And I'm keeping you ain't gotta bring the most expensive bottle. Just don't bring no bottom shelf shit. You could bring Jack. You ain't gotta bring Macallan. You ain't gotta bring motherfucking Crown.
Or shit, you could do the opposite. Hey, I don't smoke bud, but you know somebody does. Go ahead, bring it. I'll be like, okay, I don't smoke, but there's somebody else that does.
That's cool too. Now, as far as this, man, you already know, man. It can't be too many grown men in one spot. So if you come in, whether you're a woman or a man, don't be bringing too many niggas with you. If we already got a whole bunch of niggas that's already gonna be there, man. Especially to you ladies, because you ladies, y'all love coming to a nigga party and think it's okay to bring other niggas. No. If you gonna come, bring some bitches.
I think we should throw a party at your house.
Like bring some bitches. Don't be bringing no niggas, because we got enough niggas. I brought my own niggas.
We need a pool.
I don't need your niggas at the party
Ass
too.
out. Pool party, ass out, pool party.
If we
You don't
say
want
if we
to be at a pool
if
party.
we say titties out, that means please come titties
Please
out. Shake some ass. Ass will be shaking. Please shake that
And
ass.
ladies, if you bring a nigga or bring a homeboy or whatever, and that nigga come empty-handed, and we make that nigga sit outside, don't be upset. That's called respect. Because you knew what the fuck was going on.
Then see, this is what I go at. She was wrong.
Yeah.
She was dead ass wrong. Because when she brought that nigga ain't have it. What she supposed to do? Get it for that nigga.
Yep. Or check that nigga.
Nah, she gonna get it for the nigga.
And tell that
No, no,
nigga.
no.
Tell that nigga sit in the car.
No. She gonna bring it for that nigga. I'm like, babe, I'm gonna ride with you. Yeah. Cause the women always do this shit. It's like, okay, back in the day, if I was going, my ladies always let me know what the fuck was popping. Like, hey, we gotta stop by the liquor store. I'm like, I don't got no money. Oh, nigga, we gotta get you a bottle. You gotta walk in the door with a bottle.
Facts.
Big facts.
Who paid for the bottle? They did.
Facts.
Who paid for my food as soon as I got to the house? They did.
Facts.
Who paid for my gas to get there? They did.
Facts.
Who paid for my money to get back? They did. So, like you say, this Yo!
It's like
Yo!
you
Let's
showing
get
up,
right.
you showing up with your cousins and your
Let's
niece and
get it
nephew,
right.
little nephew. I ain't never met nephew before. Who's this nigga? Of course I'm gonna look when you walk in the door. Who's this nigga over
You
there?
can't look because guess what? She bought that nigga a bottle. Y'all say all that nigga come in with is a top shelf bottle. So guess what?
And also,
They got that nigga a top shelf bottle.
know the environment too, man. Hey, man, no disrespect to this community, man.
There's been plenty of times my girls be like, hey, yo, look, you can't come in the party tonight.
If we throwing a strip party,
We're going to bring the money out every hour on the hour.
why are you bringing gay dudes?
Who gives a fuck? Here we go with that shit.
Like, I'm just saying, why you why you bringing gay dudes if we throwing a strip party and it's gonna be bitches?
Hey, listen.
They serve no
gives a fuck.
They serve no.
They got a gay friend.
Time out. The gay dude can come, but if he not gonna be throwing money, I don't want no nigga.
He's throwing money. Guess who money he throwing?
The homegirl.
The bitch's money.
Time out. Let me make this clear. If he throwing money, I don't care who money is. As long as he throwing money for strippers, that's cool. But if you bring in a gay dude and I say, hey, bro, where your ones at? Oh, I don't like bitches. Then why the fuck is you here?
You don't supposed to be there.
You like, and then for the straight niggas, if we throwing a strip party, hey, bro, you need at least $50 to $80 in ones. And you need to be throwing ones.
Say, you can
especially.
Hey, you can throw the 50. Just dangle the 50 in front of the 50 or the 20s in front of their face. Hey, just dangle it in front of the stripper's face. Hey, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this. After about 4 or 5 songs, you can get this.
Especially if you
$1.
know the host.
Somebody give me $1.
If you know the host paid for these strippers to be here, at a strip party like that, when you know, now these dancers got paid to be here. Hey, Juice Man sees, I need y'all to throw money in. Because I paid these hoes to be here. And I need these hoes to be here all fucking night. I don't need y'all standing around just looking at these hoes like we in the Atlanta strip club.
Well,
and you pay your $20 to get in.
That shit don't work in Atlanta either. But okay, here's the thing. The money's in there. But when it's been predetermined that you're going to show out and fuck up the party. No matter what happens, no matter how good the shit going, you're already predetermined. Your boy Vert gonna fuck up the party.
He's wilding right now. He need to calm down. He doing too much. If somebody texts you and tells you doing too much, just I don't care how drunk you are. Take the L.
That's another part of party etiquette, man. If you know you got a homeboy or homegirl that is a loose cannon,
bitches was ready to fight outside.
You need to already have someone on standby to make sure. Let's keep them cool. In the words of Mystical, you came in the club with your dick in your hands. Be cool.
Cool. Be cool. Calm down. I know it's been a while since you've seen some titties in real life, but hey.
So if you know your homeboy a little edgy, like we had someone at the party not so long ago. He kept saying where my cousin at, because he knew his cousin might be a little crazy. So he wanted to make sure his cousin ain't doing no crazy shit. I respect it. So I do the same thing. If I bring a homeboy and I know my homeboy look out there, I'm gonna try to keep my eye on him or whatever, man. So I agree with you that on Juice Man, bro. Like if you know you got someone at the party and that's your partner and he might fuck the party up, then just make sure you keep an eye on him or you tell somebody to keep an eye on him.
And it's the same with the females and the strippers. It's like, hey, we tell you, hey, she ready to bust a nigga upside the head.
No. She ready to fuck everything in here for $100. Like, bitch, we out here making thousands.
It's like, hey, you gotta take that to the back porch. Go smoke you a little something and nigga discuss that in the back.
Like,
not on the main stage, you know. But yeah, it's like, you know, keep yourself in check. Don't be wrong when somebody tell you, hey, you gotta leave the party. Just get your shit and go, cause this ain't your party.
This ain't your shit. This ain't your shit. And for all the smokers, bro, and I smoke cigars, bro, so I understand the frustration. Don't nobody like smoking outside during the wintertime or when it's hot. But if the rules of the house is you can't smoke in the crib, take your ass outside and smoke. Because you know, the minute you start smoking, it's going to be another nigga that's going to see you smoking.
And then they
going to fire up. And the next thing you know, we're going to have 10 motherfuckers smoking. And I'm going to come from the bathroom like, hey, Juice Man, who the fuck told these niggas they can smoke in here?
Next thing you know, it's just clouds everywhere. Another thing is, don't come to the party empty-handed, then grab the most expensive bottle and then try to sit there and babysit the bottle that you didn't buy. Then gonna pour big ass cups of liquor, talking about, yeah, it's a party. Just big ass cups of.
And last, this for the hoes. This is my last thing for the hoes. I know I was wild last week when I was talking about, hoes selling pussy on resale. But
Where the hell I go? How'd I go? Real quick. Let me hear that.
It's sometimes year you buy pussy, man. Like Christmas, you get pussy for the cheap.
It's cheap.
Thanksgiving, the cheap.
I ain't never realized. I ain't never seen that.
That's
when they come with the high.
And the most expensive time to buy pussy is after taxes.
Oh, it's dry season.
Yeah, like one, them hoes got 3 kids. Once they get their taxes back, hey, that $40 pussy gonna cost you $300.
Might cost you rent. Man, might cost you.
But with that being said, man, I'm gonna keep it real though. For them hoes, and you need to hear this. If we invite you to a party, you drink for free, you smoke for free, you do snow for free, we feed you. Just understand. That's a lot of money that has been invested in you. So at the end of the night, there's gonna be things expected of you. So don't be coming.
Hold on, time. Say that one more time, man.
You drink for free.
You
smoke for free.
Smoke for free.
You eat for free.
Eat for free.
You do snow for free. Just understand, if you at our shit, if a nigga expects some shit, hey, bro, that's probably not the place for you to be at. Cause I wouldn't want to be nowhere where niggas just give me a whole bunch of shit for free. Cause hey, one thing I learned from working in prison, when a nigga give you a honey bun for free, don't take the honey bun.
Lord help us, Jesus. My goodness.
Unless you traded something for the honey bun.
Goodness.
But you don't just take it for free. So I'm just gonna let you know when to know.
Goodness.
Unless that's your homeboy. If that's your homeboy,
not the honey bun.
Come to the party, get all that shit free. But hey, if these are niggas that you know trying to fuck, I'm just gonna keep it real with you now. If you drink all this expensive liquor for free, niggas giving you snow, niggas letting you smoke weed, niggas letting you eat and shit like that, you getting good music to listen to, hey, when niggas expect some shit to go down in the boom boom club, hey, just keep that in mind.
Another problem is
no mean no.
Another problem
no does mean no.
No means no.
No does mean no.
Another issue is just you walk in, have some common house rules. Greet the motherfuckers that you party. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up, my nigga? You good? You good? Oh, it's a good night. Just walk in, look at the room, look around, mug everybody sitting in the corner, man. But yeah, man, that's greet us, man. Have some, say what's up, even if you don't know the nigga. First time you see him, hey, dap him up. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's good? You just
de-escalate whatever tension might be in the room.
Man, I'm fucked up. Testosterone. Nigga, you know how to say that word?
Testosterone.
I'm fucked up. My head gone.
But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Anybody got anything else to say, man?
I love the word and word love me. I love y'all.
No More Tears podcast.
Hey, Berteezy. Anything else?
In the words of Abe and Rakim, peace.
And I'm out, baby. I'll see y'all in a minute. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
What time we at?